But J.K. Dobbins, for me, I know obviously Gus Edwards signed a 2-year contract. I know there's talks of Todd Gurley going there, but they are trying to make Lamar Jackson more of a pocket passer. And I just think J.K. Dobbins' volume goes up this year, and he's electric when he gets touches. Now that Mark Ingram's gone, but he wasn't heavily involved, I think I'm going to go for J.K. Dobbins because I just think he becomes a top 10 running back this year.
Okay, yeah, and you know what? We're big into EVs too, so electric's good, right?
Electric, he's the man.
All right, so we lost J.K. Dobbins, followed by Joe Mixon, and
I would have gone for Joe Mixon, but I just think Dobbins gets more fantasy points because he gets more touchdowns.
I am on the clock. If it were me, I would have taken Joe Mixon because the hype train is starting to leave the station. Brandon, who would you have taken there?
I love Dobbins, obviously, but just with Lamar, he gets so many touchdowns. I probably would have gone with Mixon because there's less competition for rushing touchdowns there. But I do love J.K. Dobbins, especially in Dynasty. I think he's going to be good for a lot of years to come.
Okay, so I have a quick comeback here. I got a minute 14 on the clock. I've got Cam Akers. I can double back at running back, and I think Cam Akers is going to have a monster season. I can go with A.J. Brown. The knee is a little concerning. I'm not saying it's going to play, but it could. You've got Justin
Calvin Ridley's had foot surgery.
And Calvin Ridley's had foot surgery, and he's a cutter and he's a route runner. Calvin Ridley scares me a little bit more than all of those others. I can get another running back coming back. I can also get wide receivers that I like. So I'm going to take Cam Akers because I think there's value in that Rams team. What do you think about that, Brandon?
I love that. I love Cam Akers. The hype is really starting to go. He's the 9th or 10th running back. I've been hearing he's been going, top 6, top 7. So for him to fall there for you, I think that's really good value.
All right, so at this point, I have to take a wide receiver. Okay, I can go. If I were to take a running back here, I would take Josh Jacobs. I would not take Miles Sanders. I believe that's good. That Philly committee is going to absolutely, you're not going to be able to go to church on Sunday because you're going to have to keep looking at what Philly player is going to be playing, right? If your hair like mine is thinning, the rest of it's going. Am I crazy to be thinking that?
No.
I think you can go to Michael Thomas because I think Jameis Winston's just going to throw to one player. I just think but I don't want to double Saints. Okay. Again, I maybe not be able to go to church if I'm doubling Saints, or maybe I double Saints and take challenges later. Maybe I do that, but I won't. I'm not going to take Josh Jacobs either because although I think he's getting a lot of touches, I don't know what that Raiders team looks like. Right, Brandon?
The Raiders kind of who knows what's going on with them. And so you think Jameis is going to start for the Saints? I just don't know what's going to happen with their quarterback situation.
I think he does.
I think they have to start. Taysom Hill goes back to being the Swiss Army knife.
All right, so
in camp, that's what they've said.
I've got 30 seconds left on the clock, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go with a guy to where I know what his situation is, and I know whose quarterback is, and I know that they like to run the ball, but they also got to chuck it up to him. I'm going Mike Evans. I think he's safe. Everybody likes to go, and overanalyze Mike Evans every single year. And all he does is give you 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. Like, are we going to complain?
We know I'm going wide receiver. Jack, previous conversations, I have built this guy up. You don't agree with me. Plays with Justin Herbert.
Don't do it.
Wide receiver 1.
Don't do it.
This guy is going to be huge.
Brandon, he's giving us gifts. Watch his pick. Watch what he's going to do. Oh, watch he's going to do it. Go ahead. Oh, please defend him a little bit longer. Oh, God. There he did it. Brett, look at him. Look at what Brandon just did. He went, oh, jeez.
I mean, I really like Keenan Allen, but there's still other guys on the board that I would take over him. And actually, I'm going to triple up at wide receiver because this is one guy that I love, and this is even though Fitz magic can turn into Fitz tragic. This is still the best quarterback he's going to have had.
Terry McLaurin's going to be
with
huge.
Scary Terry with Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a big year, and they're just going to. He's finally going to have a quarterback that's going to just throw it up to him. He's going to have more targets. So I really like him, so I'm going to go with Terry McLaurin right here.
Okay, that's a great pick. I for me personally, I would have gone Julio Jones because I believe that he's going to be Julio Jones of old.
Yeah, I think Julio's going to have a bounce back year. I think he's going to be really good. I just don't know what's going to happen with him and A.J. Brown, how the touchdowns really go with them. And now I guess I finally have to start looking at running back. I have 3 really good receivers. I really don't love this guy, but he had a good end to last year, and the value here is just too good to pass up. So I'm going to go with David Montgomery. I think he's going to be very good, and getting him in the 4th round, I think, is a steal. He's the best of what's left. I think Chris Carson will have a good year also, but I think Montgomery has the higher ceiling and probably will score more touchdowns.
David Montgomery's a spry guy to me. I like David Montgomery.
Yeah, Brandon, you just spoke about my guy. Chris Carson's back after an injury. They want to run the ball. Rashad Penny is kind of insignificant to that team. My guy is Chris Carson. I think he bounces back. He's going to get 1,000 yards again, and I think he's going to get 10 plus touchdowns. So that is the man that I'm going after, and I want to stack up. We know running back is hard to come through later in the year.
You did take Chris Carson, and Darren Waller just went. Right, so, let's take a look what I have. I can take Josh Allen. There's already 2 quarterbacks off the board of Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. I like to wait.
And Kyler Murray as well.
Kyler Murray, okay, yes. I like to wait on him. So I'm going to take a look at my running backs, and I already have 2 good running backs. So 2 running backs that I can at least count on, If my car breaks down or I need a couple of bucks, these running backs I can count on, right? They'll take care of me. But I do need another wide receiver. Mike Evans isn't just going to do it. Do I want Godwin? That's 2 guys on the same team. I don't necessarily love doing that. Maybe I would take a chance later on in the draft. But let's have the conversation about tight end here because, if Darren Waller's gone, Kelsey's gone, Kittle's gone. After the next couple tight ends, we kind of start taking a slide. And if we slide over here, I only have a couple picks. I've got what? I take this pick, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After 8 picks, I should still be able to get a good value wide receiver, shouldn't I, guys?
Yeah, I mean, there is huge depth, especially middle of the draft, where you can pick up good wide receivers.
So I know he's not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame yet, but I think he will